Hi everyone, I just got back from the gym and I thought, you know what, I haven't done a video in a while and I got a little down because I haven't been doing as much sewing as I wanted to. At the beginning of this summer, I was really cranking out the swimsuits and the bikinis, and then it just kind of stopped. In fact, I'm in the middle of making one last swimsuit and I still haven't finished it. But I have been doing other things that is sewing related, and that is working in my sewing room. So I want to show you some of the builds that I've been working on because I'm doing a lot of custom work. I know what I want, I know what I need, and believe it or not, I've never been in an IKEA. I have no idea what that store is like inside, but I do like doing my own builds, and a lot of these things I've used my own scrap wood from other projects to pull it all together here. Not completely finished. I'll talk about some other things that I'm working on because my room is not totally done. I still have to do a lot of trim work and things like that. So join me on my tour as I show you what I wanted to finish last year, but I'm just finishing now, or getting to that point. All right, so let's take the tour. Walking into my room, this is a really large build I did. I think it was in 2020, and I just made this to spec. I have larger shelves on the bottom and more like smaller, narrower ones on the top. And I store all my fabric here, almost all of it. And it really looks like a mess right now because I've just been going through trying to get these builds done. And I have so much fabric. I think what's going to happen is I have some coating fabrics down in here. I'm going to make some coats because coating fabric's really thick, and that should at least free up 2 to 3 cubicles. So moving right along here, the other day I just did an inspiration board, very simple, just tack that up there real quick. And then over here, this is my most recent build, and each one of these drawers is just a slide out drawer. There's no rollers on them. I just simply grab the cutout, pull it out. They're not on any type of slides. I didn't want it that way because if you pull a drawer slide out on the top, you have to actually unhinge it from the slides to bring it down to see it. So I didn't want anything. And then I have my cupboard doors here. Currently I have 2 shelves on top, large on the bottom, but this weekend I am going to be cutting more shelves and putting adjustable pins on the sides of that. This board right here, I could have gone with the pegboard, but I decided to do my own board with scraps of wood, and I just kind of made a design, put them together, and then added some hooks. This right here, this is my old kitchen chair, which I am going to paint black and probably white on the seat, or else put a white padding there. But this used to be my kitchen table, and these were the legs for my kitchen table. So because all my kids are out of the house, I decided to cut up my kitchen table. So I just recut this, repainted it, and it works really great for what I need right now. I might do a slide out shelf underneath and put my keyboard under there along with the mouse, but that's a low priority issue right now. All right, going over here, I just made a ribbon rack, and this ribbon rack, these shelves, they're at a slant, so I can store all my ribbons right there. Large ones go on the top and some craft supplies on the bottom. Right down here, if you look over here, I have some scan and cut supplies here. I'll find a place for my laptop too. I don't know where I want that yet, but I'm going to create a little compartment shelf right below that to hold my scan and cut mats. That's going to be the best way to do it. And then right over here, this is my brand new leather skiver right here. It's new to me. My friend just sold me her leather skiver. And this is my scan and cut right here. I think this is a really good place for my scan and cut. You have to remember my room is small. It's not tiny, but it's a small to medium-sized bedroom, and I really have to maximize my space in here. So I think it will work out well because when I'm skiving, I'll probably be skiving smaller pieces, and it's not really going to matter if I have that over here. Put my dress form right here, and then over here I have my new to me industrial Texo 4800. This is a cylinder machine. Underneath there I'm storing my Baby Lock and Lighten. That's actually a good place for it right now. And I have other machines, like I said, elsewhere in the house because I have stuff all over the place. And I can't wait to get this fired up. That's going to be very, very soon. And then right here, I have a cutting table. And this cutting table has collapsible sides right here. So this is great because then I can just roll it out past here. And I plan on being able to set it up this way. And then on the ceiling up there, I'm going to put a projector to project down onto this cutting table so I can do projector files. I'm going to make some type of holder up there so I can use my projector. Going over here, I do have my multi-needle machine, and I do have to organize this a little bit better. On that back wall, I'm going to have places for the hooks to hold my embroidery hoops, because right now my embroidery hoops are just kind of on the side there over here. This seat right here I got from my friend. It is height adjustable and it is on rollers. I'm going to try this out because if you are trying to thread a multi-needle, it does have the automatic needle threader, but doesn't mean that it's just automatic. You still have to get your fingers involved, and this is really, really helpful to be slightly lower. I'm 5'6", and I really need to sit down when I'm using those needle threaders. Now over here in the corner, I made an inset shelving unit, made the door custom, but you can see right in there. Normally this door is going to be able to open up all the way. It's just I temporarily have this light right here. But you can see I have all my threads stored in this cabinet. I just love the use of dead space. If there's any dead space in my room, I like to use it. Now over here, this is my closet. Let me back up right here. And I'm going to be putting this mirror back up here. I just need to get the attachment clips to be able to do that and use some anchors. And I still have to paint the door. All my doors and my trim need to be painted. I do have them primed. I made a shelf up here. I still have to add the trim on the shelf. And these are for items that I really don't use very much. This over here was something I built a couple years ago. Again, I think during the pandemic. This is the dead space behind the door. But I really like this because it's just a great use of space. And then I still have to put some trim at the top. And that's pretty much it. This is the back of my door. Again, I need to paint that. But overall, I'm really loving my setup. I call this my business central. Originally, my plan A, I had my old kitchen table, the one that I cut that from. It was out here and I had 4 machines on it. But since I've added the industrials, the Skiver and the Industrial Texo 4800, this is going to be more for a money-making venture as well as my multi-needle. So this is, like I said, my business central office. And I'm really looking forward to getting this straightened up a bit more. I have to take out all of these drawers, and I'm going to use my scan and cut. I have removable vinyl, but I have the stick vinyl to put on each drawer so they are labeled and I know what is in them. And then I'll clean up that top shelf there. I left a space in here. I always do that. I put a cleat in the back right here to attach this and screw it into the wall. I leave this space here, which is nice because then when I'm doing my cords, I hate seeing cords. I have my cords going under my table, behind this cabinet, and down the sides. So I'm going to be putting trim down the sides and the insides to cover up that gap. But I just like to leave an area right over here and then down here so I can have my cords going down on an angle on the inside of my cabinet so that they're hidden, because I just don't like seeing a lot of cords. I'm turning into my son. My goodness. All right, so that's where I'm at. And, you know, it's just maximum use of space. And that's really what I'm trying to do because I just don't have a lot of it. I don't live in a little mansion. Just have my little home here. All right, so that's where I'm at. And I'm hoping next time I talk to you, I will have that projector up here because I do have the projector. And then right back here, I have my ring light stored in this little cubby here. I want to construct an ironing board that will flip down, just very small, just something that will get me through just for small odd jobs. But I'm going to put that right up here. All right, and I do have to worry on how this is going to work out with this right here, but I will get it figured out. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. And if you have any pictures of your sewing room, please join my Facebook group, Cyber Sewing School. And I would love to see pictures of your sewing room because I get inspired by Pinterest. I get inspired by what I see from other people. It's truly awesome. All right, thanks, you guys. Take care.